Good evening, sir. This is Sai Pranita. Today I am here to present a video on frequency dependence of polarization. Introduction to polarization mechanics. Polarization in materials occurs when an external electric field induces a separation of charge. Different types of polarization mechanisms include electronic, ionic, orientation, and space charge polarization. Understanding these mechanisms is crucial for applications in capacitors, dielectric materials, and insulators. What is electronic polarization? Electronic polarization arises from the displacement of electron clouds in atoms or molecules. This type of polarization is typically very fast, occurring at optical frequencies. It plays a significant role in the dielectric response of materials at high frequencies. Frequency dependence of electronic polarization. Electronic polarization is frequency dependent with response decreasing as frequency increases. At high frequencies, the displacement of electron cloud cannot keep pace with the oscillating electric field. This leads to a reduction in the material's overall permittivity at high frequencies. What is ionic polarization? Ionic polarization involves the displacement of positivity and negatively charged ions within a lattice. It occurs in ionic solids and is generally slower than electronic polarization. This response time of ionic polarization is frequency dependent, affecting the material's dielectric properties. Frequency dependence of ionic polarization. Ionic polarization is significant at intermediate frequencies while the ionic movements can respond. At high frequencies, the inertia of ions prevents them from effectively responding to the electric field. This leads to a decrease in the effective dielectric constant at high frequencies, similar to the electronic polarization. What is orientation polarization? Orientation polarization occurs when dipoles in polar materials align with an external electric field. This type of polarization is slower compared to electronic and ionic polarization mechanisms. Orientation polarization is particularly significant in materials with permanent dipoles such as polar polymers. Frequency dependence of orientation polarization. At low frequencies, dipoles can rotate and align effectively with the external field. As frequency increases, the time available for dipole alignment decreases, leading to reduced polarization. Above a certain frequency threshold, orientation polarization becomes negligible, affecting the material's dielectric behavior. What is space charge polarization? Space charge polarization involves the accumulation of charge carriers at interfaces or in homogenetics within a material. This mechanism is significant in materials with charge traps such as semiconductors and certain dielectrics. Space charge polarization can lead to a dielectric breakdown if the electric field exceeds a certain threshold. Frequency dependence of space charge polarization. At low frequencies, space charge polarization effects can accumulate and significantly impact the dielectric response. As frequency increases, the mobility of charge carriers limits the effectiveness of the space charge accumulation. High frequency operation can reduce space charge effects, leading to improved dielectric performance. Comparison of polarization mechanisms. Each polarization mechanism has a distinct response time influencing is frequency dependence. Electronic polarization is the fastest, while the orientation polarization is the slowest among the mechanisms. Understanding the interplay between these mechanisms is key to optimizing materials for specific applications. Applications in electronics. Knowledge of the frequency dependence of polarization is crucial for the development of high frequency electronics. Capacitors, insulators, and semiconductors must be engineered to minimize dielectric losses. This engineering is essential for efficient energy storage and signal integrity in modern electronic devices. Conclusion. The frequency dependence of electronic, ionic, orientation, and space charge polarization is fundamental to material science. Understanding these mechanisms allows for the design of advanced materials for a variety of applications. Continued research and innovation in this field will drive the development of next generation electronic devices. Thank you.